Let's go. Okay. Picking back up, Act 2, Scene 2. We are arriving at the church/storage facility. Iggy? Iggy? Iggy, come here. Are you behaving yourself? I hope you're behaving yourself. Okay. And we got on the 0 and we kept going until we got to the crystal, and then we turned right back around and got to where we needed to go. We also called a phone number, IRL, and got a pretty fun phone tree to work through. It was a roller coaster. We're at St. Thomas Church. Is that it over there? I don't see any congregation. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows, I guess. Oh, here for the night mass? What kind of mass is it? Tonight it's a homily on work and need. I haven't heard this one before. What are you doing? You're just like licking the carpet. That's kind of weird. I love you though. Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange. A church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, too, on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was falling apart, they lost their center of gravity, and it just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes. Same with the organist. And I found some old acetates in the bureau archives, photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. What are you doing? You do what you have to, right? We've all got a job. Work is play for mortal stakes. That's the title of the evening's homily, in fact. So I guess if you folks aren't here for the Mass, you must be looking for the old bureau records. I moved them down to Unit C315 to make room for the Mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. I need to get the night Mass started, but you can borrow my keys. I'll go. You wait here, rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale. Nice lady. Well, I'd better get this running. Brandon presses play on the old tape machine. Let's listen to it for a minute. There are many days on which we proclaim the value of labor and celebrate the piety of the hard-working through feast or abstinence, recognizing Saint Joseph the Worker, who is the foster father to our Lord Jesus, and who trained him in carpentry and in the merit of sweat. And this is one such day. On this day, we celebrate with the feast of Saint Joseph the Worker, and on this day, other workers are also celebrating. Workers who do not attend Mass or even one like it, even workers who do not attend a church at all, but who toil with clarity, with dedication, with perspicacity, who do as we do here in our church, inasmuch as they reflect the activity of God. As we do, they cultivate the earth, and at sundown, they call the fruit of their labor very good. My leg is killing me. I bet everyone's telling you to go see a doctor. Hey, I get it. Too expensive. My dad cut his arm pretty bad on a job, but he stitched himself back up because we didn't have health insurance. But then his hand didn't work very well, and he got pretty depressed, and eventually he just sort of... Well, I guess I don't know what he should have done. Who knows, right? So this is like a hobby? If you asked me what my hobbies were, I'd say card games, science fiction, and perspective geometry. But I run like the slideshow, and I play the tape. But I run like the slideshow. I run the slideshow, and I play the tapes, and I don't get paid for it. I take it pretty seriously, but nobody's telling me I should. Is that a hobby? Seems like there ought to be a more serious word for it. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in, I don't think. I don't remember them anyway. Hi, got it. What? Got what? I found what we came here to get. The file on the street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the bureau and get this straightened out, and then maybe we should go see that doctor the clerk recommended. Is that it? Does this say random access self-storage? Like RAM? Random access memory, but RAS? Iggy, are you zooming? She's zooming. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? Oh, is this playing back where the mine caved in on us? I think I said I'm okay. I've got you. You're alright. Shit, your leg is pinned. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? You put on any weight on that leg? I think I tried to just play it off. It's fine. Just try to stand up. Careful, I'm right here. Damn, don't worry, I got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me? What happened? I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. I think I need to see that doctor. Yes, you do. She hands Brandon the doctor's card. How do we get to this address from here? I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, here and there. The bureau's the only way I know. Some of those folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, then turn around. Okay. It's a weird way to travel. Just gonna keep going until we find the crystal again. Okay. Here's the crystal. And we're just gonna go back. What is this? Am I gonna sleep if I press that? I'm just gonna go round and round and round and round until we get there. I don't know how many ways around it took us, but we'll get there eventually. There we go. Bureau. Act 2, Scene 3. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Cool. Let's look at these crabs again. This crab is wearing a can of spray adhesive as a shell. Very nice. This crab is wearing a roll of Scotch tape as a shell. I like these crabs. Hello, Marianne, we're back. Back so soon? Can we talk to Clerk Lula Chamberlain again? I'm afraid she left. In a big hurry, actually. Something happened with your meeting? She seemed pretty interested in the gas station attendant. I don't know who that is, but she did seem distressed. Well, heading back to the interstate? I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. I don't think we have anything else to see down here. I mean, I guess we could explore, but it's kind of hard to explore when things are kind of the way they are. We're ready to be processed. She hands the receptionist Lula's card. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course. This is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory and just before the river, and continue north. Happy to help. I mean, I know I have that all written down, but okay. I'm going southwest. We gotta find the observatory. This is the observatory, right? It looks like an observatory. And I think this dotted line is a river. So I'm going to take this right and keep going north. Ah, here? The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum still partially under construction. So no. I feel like I've completely screwed up by now. Yeah, I don't think it's this way. I guess I could still drive here. There's nothing that says this museum isn't still the doctor. Exactly where I needed to go. Act 2, Scene 4. Museum of Dwellings. Got an umbrella? Very nice. Blue, talk to me. Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo. What did he say? Just small talk, you know, like you talk to your buddies or something. Like you talk to a dock worker. Just like, damn, this is a lot of rain. I haven't seen rain like this since that storm a couple years back that took out Lizette's herb garden. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. A little dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere. But that's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway. It's an interesting way to show our conversation between Conway and the dog. I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me. What were they talking about? The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around. It's not here. I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that. I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. How did they get in? Must have been one of the kids who left the front door unlocked. Something's got to be done. They run around like animals. You know that Flora left a can of soda on top of my shelter door and I almost killed myself slipping on that sticky mess next morning? Something's got to be done. My eye keeps twitching. It's very uncomfortable. I need to get more sleep. Guess we can't do anything here. Oh, but it won't let us go out, so I guess we do have to do something here. Oh. I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray and a few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean. What folders were they looking at? Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site, I guess. They had a list of all the homes we relocated here. A list of original residences before we leveled the neighborhood. I guess they were looking for one of the old residents. They pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer. Folks who moved elsewhere, but they filed that back out of order. So I guess they didn't find what they were looking for there. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down and it seems like... I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in. That's the idea. Yeah, I get that. Just, how about that roof, huh? Just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing going on, but you don't want it to be slumlords now. Okay. Can I go in here? No. They were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. It's kind of a weird museum. Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window, and we had a bit of a talk through the glass. Oh, people are living in this museum? It would have come out, but, you know, shady characters. Did you see them poking around anywhere else? Oh, sure, they were into everything. Walking around, looking at stuff, talking to people, talking to each other. I guess that's just what it's gonna be like now, living here. And get our leg fixed up. I heard them banging around out there, and I just stayed quiet. I didn't know what they wanted. Just put my headphones on and tried to ignore them, to tell you the truth. Can you go to this one? I don't think so. We'll go back. Do you know, at first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit. Heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait and the young women with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined, so I just talked to them on the porch for a bit. What did you talk about? Oh, I talked a bit about the neighborhood. I told them about Hudson and his sailboat, and the nice young couple in the greenhouse, and the charming Dr. Truman who used to live here. They were very interested in him, but of course, well, I don't know where he went. Do you know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on a houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like that last one. Oh, do we want to go up? Maybe I'll come back before we go up, or go over there, see anything that needs to be seen, then come back and go up this elevator looking thing. Oh, who's this? Can I talk to you? Oh. No? Cool. Sure, I talked to them for a bit. Actually, we talked for quite a while. I wasn't busy, I was happy for the company. Can't sleep in a storm like that, I never could. What did you talk about? I had a bottle in my coat, and I could see the old guy looking at it, and his leg was hurt pretty bad, so I offered him some. He got real awkward about it. I bet he's in a program. Anyway, they were asking about Dr. Truman. I remember him. He was here for a bit, and then he left. So that's what I told them. I think you need to get some real horses in the stable. Did the strangers go in the stable? No, they just poked around a bit and talked about barns. They were pretty boring. We ought to get some real chickens in that coop, do some homesteading. None of these folks know how to live off the land. You know what I mean? It's just a display, another kind of dwelling. Yeah, no offense against you guys. I mean, I appreciate all you've done for us. Doghouse. Blue, is this for you? The dog was in nearly as bad shape as the old man, just sort of shrugging along. They found some treats in the doghouse exhibit. That seemed to cheer them up a bit. Yeah, Blue, get those treats. Can't go over there. I was playing in that empty cabin, and they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where you went, but I didn't tell them. Where did Dr. Truman go? It's a secret. Ezra told me, and I can't tell anyone else. Who's Ezra? He's my age. He doesn't really live here. He's just passing through with his brother Julian. First they're going to help us, but I can't say any more about that. We have a lot of secrets. The lady asked me about my parents, and I told them they were upstairs in the greenhouse. Do you want to hear a weird story? Of course I do. The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew, and he wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so he went inside. He took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it. What else did you find in that cabin? He went upstairs, and he also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog. What did he do upstairs? He looked in some boxes. He looked out the window. He could see all the museum better than when he was downstairs. He could tell how it was all put together. The cabin, too. He could see the shape of it better from up there. Now, the part that is weird. He said he went into the basement. That cabin doesn't have a basement. He said he found a staircase in the closet. Then he found a rope leading down a long pit, and he climbed down. The walls were covered in a glowing moss. He used the light of the moss to find a lake at the bottom of the pit. The water swept him around until he didn't know where he was, and finally he fell asleep in the water. He woke up on the floor of the cabin. He came back outside, and we said goodbye, and I didn't talk to them anymore. You good, Conway? You seem to have a lot of these, visions or dreams or hallucinations. I'm not really sure what to call them. Cool. Well, I guess we can go back up. I mean, not back up, but to the place where we can go up. Oh, there's a birdhouse. I missed this birdhouse. The moment I now recall most clearly from their short visit was the birdcage exhibit. The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well and examined the birdcage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She ran one fingernail along the bars of the wire cage, making out a tuneless scale, like a child's xylophone. Then they moved on. Come on, blue. Should probably pull out my umbrella. Is that like a giant eagle? We were working in the greenhouse and I saw them come up in the elevator. They were lost, obviously. It was obvious. That is definitely a giant bird. Oh, of course, I saw them looking at the odd-shaped building, Sure, the rounded metal one? Yeah, that one. House of the future sort of thing. Always thought it looked more like a green bin. Actually, I guess it's sort of romantic. Anyway, they seemed interested in it, tired, huddling under their umbrellas. I still stopped to examine this strange building. That bird is really freaking me out. Difficult to see or even hear a storm like that, but I was awake and alert, studying the week's forecast. Should even out shortly, I'd say. Did you talk to them? Yes, we had a short conversation. The young woman heard my radio crackling from the cabin and asked about it. The old man was a bit disoriented. What did she want to know about your radio? She thought she recognized the model just from the noise it was making. I didn't even know the model myself. She told me many old radios from the period had badly designed tuning circuits that caused a kind of resonant feedback in certain spots on the dial. Easy to pick out if you have an ear for it. Smart young woman, and I always love to chat with an artisan. Well, then they had to leave. Looking for a doctor, I think. The old man was having a bad time. It was a short conversation. Yeah, he was having a bad time. Flora was playing down on the lower level, and we'd been having a glass of wine in the greenhouse. We ducked out of the way when he came in. After all, they were complete strangers. We didn't know them. Did you overhear them talking? Well, I heard the young woman ask her friend about his job. He's some kind of furniture collector or dealer, I think. It didn't sound like things were going well. Maybe they were here looking for a buyer? Yes, definitely some kind of furniture collector or dealer. I heard him talking about antiques. Zura, hello. Saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that? It doesn't belong to me. I just drive it. Yeah, I knew you were a driver. What's the biggest haul you ever did? I moved a couple horses once in a different truck. Me and Julian move whole houses every night. That's a lot bigger than a couple horses. Sounds, very impressive. Where do you take the houses? Me and Julian take them out to the forest every night, and then we bring them back at dawn before the museum opens. Why do you take them to the forest? This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this, or when they do, it gives them nightmares. So we take them out to the forest to sleep, and then bring them back in the morning. Dr. Truman is in the forest already? Yes, ma'am. He's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago, and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. Can you tell us how to get there? You have to follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there. But me and Julian can take you. We were just about to go anyway. Just got to call him over. Is this the big, huge bird we saw in the distance? Is Julian the big, huge bird? I knew it. Oh, we dropped our umbrellas. Oh, wow. Green River? Where are we supposed to go? You have to follow the Green River way out east and then hop over Lake Cumberland. So we have to find the Green River. I'm not sure. Oh, down is east. Is this Lake Cumberland? Tiny gray figure walks along the side of the road carrying what appears to be a guitar case. He is followed closely by a smaller shape. A dog? He suddenly winks out of view, perhaps into the woods. So, Green River way out east, then hop over Lake Cumberland. I don't know what lake that is, but this is the Green River, and we're supposed to be going east, which is this way, so. Oh, we're over by the mine? Is this the lake? A shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limbs into a smart blue suit, and trudges slackly out of view. This is Green River Lake. I guess we just keep following. I like this way of traveling though. I think we hit the edge of the map. What happens if we go this way? Lake Cumberland, okay. Hop over it, east. Is this the forest? Here we go. Act 2, Scene 5. A forest. Cicadas, I know that sound. I am well acquainted. Wait, who am I? Am I Ezra? It's a big, beautiful bird. It's okay, just take it easy. I'll just close my eyes. I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg for a minute, then we'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? It's my last delivery. Oh, you're retiring or something? Or, sorry. Lizette's closing up the shop. That's, damn. How'd you come to be with these people? Bet you were pretty wild when you were younger. If I'm old like you, I'll still be wild. Oh, look, we got our musician playing another song for us.
I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kind of blue. Feeling kind of blue.
Feeling kind of
boys,
blue.
Feeling kind of blue. I'm sick and lonesome and I'm feeling kind of blue. I'm on my long journey home. Stuck in a raining and I've got to go home. Got to go home, boys. Got to go home. Stuck in a raining and I've got to go home. I'm on my long journey home.
The song mixed with the sound of the cicadas is very nostalgic and strangely comforting. Black smoke's arising and it surely is a train. Surely is a train, boys, surely is a train. Black smoke's arising and it surely is a train. I'm on my long journey home. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home.
Homesick and lonesome and I'm feeling kind of blue.
I think it just repeats.
Kind of blue,
So now we're back on the verse about blue.
homesick and lonesome and I'm feeling kind of blue. I'm on my long journey home.
We'll keep going. I do like that song though. Is this a different song?
Stuck in a raining and I've got to go home.
I think it's still the same lyrics.
Home, boys, got
These houses are kind of weird because they're kind of disappearing in between the trees.
on my long journey home.
Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there. This forest is full of shadows. The moonlight helps. Closer to the cities, you don't get moonlight like this. It gets all washed out. Light pollution, you know? I guess it's still there, you just can't see it. How are you feeling? I just need to rest. We're almost there. Dr. Truman will have a nice couch or something you can rest on. And some medicine or something, I don't know. Have you ever been over to the lake? I went there once with my folks. I got in trouble for swimming too far.
Surely is a train. I'm on my long journey home.
Do you have any family you're close with? Brother or sister? Kids? I have a brother, but I wouldn't say we're close. What does he do? He's about my age. Retired. Retired. I can't imagine. Well, I'd probably hate it anyway. You never talked to him? He's too good for me, I guess. I doubt that. I guess I was always closest with Weaver. As close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry and I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It's lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, you're a good listener. Oh wait, come back. I'll talk to you. I bet you come from a big family of dogs. Well, I have a pretty good-sized family too, I guess. But right now, all I need is Julian.
Stuck in a raining and I've got to go home. Got to go home.
He's inside with Dr. Truman. Are you coming in? Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks too. I fix TVs, you know? Whoa, cool. A TV scientist. I bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house, bigger than any of these houses, but it made them worry all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I couldn't ever get to sleep. So I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far and we never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone. They just left you? I don't think so. All our stuff was still there. Maybe they got lost somewhere. Let's go see what's on TV. And yeah, I think during that exit interview is when I really realized how badly they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something, or, you know, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know. Having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother and my best friend in high school destroy his wrists building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I have somewhere to practice, even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Neuropnol TM. It's not so bad. So, how about that leg? What happened exactly? My leg was crushed by falling rocks. Crushing injury. Yeah, those can be pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed and there are lots of little pieces too. You know what? Never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be, right? What are they watching on TV? What are they singing about? Sounds like a sped up version of the song they were singing in the woods, so going home. They're singing about going home. Yeah, they're singing about their home because they're lost right now. It's a scary song. It's scary, but they can still sing about it. Your friend's in pretty bad shape, isn't he? But it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk. But you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So the anesthetic we'll use is called Neuropnol TM. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then we'll just have a normal conversation as the Neuropnol TM takes effect. Then I'll get started. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with was recently acquired by an energy company that has some different standards for billing and revenue, so it's a bit complex now. Why would you talk about billing once I'm high on this drug? Wow, I'm really out of it. End of Act 2? It ends right there? Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Did not expect it to end right there. We can start the middle between Act 2 and 3, I guess. Hello, Jeremy. How are you doing this evening? Good to see you. The entertainment. Good memory? I try. Good, just finished topping your barrels. Good for you. Just starting stream. I started about an hour ago. So, I mean, not like terribly far in, but not like the very beginning either. Oh, we're first person now? Oh, whoa. This is, that is, can you see that? That's a person just standing there in the dark. Creeper. That's for sure. Oh, I think there's other people. Oh, wait. These people are sitting. We're in a theater. Ah, I see. It's kind of weird. Can I like do anything? Can I walk? I guess I'm just supposed to watch this. Get a drink? Well, cool in here. It's an oasis. I don't know what they're talking about. I wonder how Ted's holding up. AC. Down there, they all have it. Sure, you're right. I've never been to Texas. Hey, that's where I live. Oh, sure. They all have AC. Too cold almost. In July even. Not true. He's got a hotel. Yeah, hotel life. That's living. Maybe too much. I mean, what's to stop him really? Meet some tall thing in a hotel bar? Nah. Ted's a good man. Nah, I know. He wouldn't run around. You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Hard Times whiskey. That's all you've got? It's a good whiskey. Local? Yeah. You take deliveries from them? Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard Times? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make a good whiskey. Who are we to judge? Sure, who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this bread for? Sandwiches. Love a good sandwich. Rain's Law. What's Rain's Law? Ha. The old ones went bad while you were on vacation. You have a good time while the sandwiches rotted. Oh, you know me. Couldn't shut it off. 7 days on a beach and all I could think about was work. You know, the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess, A hostess? At the lower depths? Crazy. Nah, it's not so crazy. I was in a bar down there in New Orleans. They had a hostess, some dive. Seats you and, she seats you and, I don't know, points out the specials. Could have specials every night in here. Drink specials. Make cocktails? Nah. Food specials. Monday night, chicken? I don't know, grilled chicken? Caesar salad? Class it up, Bess would have liked it. Here's to Bess. Yeah. Let me grab a here's to Bess. Good Christian woman. A good Christian woman. How about that sot in the corner? Not bothering nobody. Been here long? Soon as I opened, who were they talking about? Got started a bit earlier, I suspect. Surely not that person we saw standing in the corner. Sleeping in a ditch or something. You don't think maybe Ted? Nah. Ted's a good man. Honest, well-liked. He's liked, but he's well-liked. Sales is a good fit. Selling hammers. Can you believe it? Somebody has to. The hammers, they don't sell themselves. Here. It's just hard. Ted on the road. It's tough all over. What to do all day? Come here, I guess. Sure. It's what I do. Cheap drinks, conversation, and the entertainment. Sure. What's tonight? Tonight it's... Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music. Get my mind off Ted. Something romantic, A love song from when the world was young. What time? Around 8, maybe? Well, set him up slow, or I'll sleep right through it. We got through it, I think. Yeah, don't judge people making whiskey. Just enjoy it. Here's a television. What's going on? Still watching? Oh, okay. Put it back on that weird dinosaur show, will you? Nah, those history programs don't make any sense. I prefer the nature programs. They think they can just say anything on TV. I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible about dinosaurs on the ark. Been a long time since Sunday school for me. Do you go to church though? Nah, not since Bess. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. Well, I'm curious to see where they're going with it. They've got you now. I just think they're gonna run out of rope before long. Dinosaurs on the ark. I prefer the nature programs. Yeah. So is your vacation good? Or your vacation was good? 7 days poolside. Ooh, that sounds nice. I thought you said it was a beach. Beach sounds good too. Oh, sure. No, it was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? Maybe, I don't remember. Weird. You think I'm making this up? Oh, no, Hi, Harry. Are the old folks here? Just me and Evelyn. All morning. She's the person who was standing in the corner. Hi, Evelyn. And that sot in the corner. Are they talking about me? You're early, Pearl. Your parents usually don't roll in until the evening, 5 or 6. Everything all right? Oh, sure. Thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Well, post up here and let's watch this weird dinosaur show. I'll stand you a drink. All Harry's pouring today is Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but, the rumors. Rumors are rumors. Put it on my tab, Harry. You driving, Pearl? Oh, God, no. They want almost 40 cents a gallon? For what? Whistles. I can't whistle. I can't. I'm not going to do that. I had the early shift. So I just walked over. In this heat, you still working over there at East Jewelry and Loan. Joe Harden, proudly trading shortcuts for dignity 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe, it's more likely a hangover. Can it be both? Well, I know you see more trade than I do. It must be slow over at the hardware store. Slow isn't the word. And now Ted is out shilling for quality hammers to make up income. Have you considered quality hammers on your shelf? We made the switch recently and business has tripled. Well, of course, I'd love to have dinner with your lovely daughters. Ooh. Evelyn? Hey, a man gets lonely out on the road. I know how it is. Nah. Harry, you've been traveling, right? Sure, yeah. Down in New Orleans, just taking a break? A vacation. Looking around for ideas. Tell her about the pool or the beach. Evelyn. Sounds nice. And the hostess. I may just cut you off. Looks dejected. Clears his throat. So, the pool or the beach? Yeah, Harry. Which was it? Well, it was a week of relaxation and now I'm back. You still look stressed. If you don't mind me saying. He just looks like that. Oof. Ouch. Sure, that's just how I look. I never known you to leave town, Harry. I've never known you to leave this bar. Oh, No, I get out. You still drive that old truck? I don't know. I think they towed it eventually. Hell you say? That must have been years ago, Harry. How do you get around now? I take the bus, or I walk. You walk to New Orleans? Watch it, Evelyn. Aw, poor Evelyn. I didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Harry, did you really go to New Orleans? Now, just where do you two get off? Sorry, forget it. Sure, she didn't mean nothing by it. We'll lay off you and get back to drinking. Gotta be ready for the entertainment. Oh, who's on tonight? It's Junebug. Tonight it's Junebug. Works for me. Round 8, I think. I'll stick around. Could use some sad music. I love a nice sad song. I came here to break some hearts. What's that? To dash dreams. What are you talking about? Gotta talk to my parents about their bar tab. I won't be paying for them anymore. Hang on now. No, it's time to cut the old folks loose and head west. I can't keep enabling them. You know? Yeah, set your boundaries, Pearl. A debt's a debt now. Harry, I'm sorry. I know you've got a vested interest, and I don't want to make a victim of you. They'll come up with it somehow. I'm sure. No, it's not that. The thing about debts is you never know when they'll be reckoned and called in. What's that mean? I'm not saying anything, but I know debt, Harry. I see it all day. It's all around me, like a thick gray fog. It's in the air I breathe. At the pawn shop, they have a new financial technology. I'm the ambassador. Did you know that? A new technology. It's a new kind of debt, Evelyn. And it's a mess. What do you mean, a new kind of debt? You know what we do at the pawn shop? Secured loans. We don't buy used goods. We take personal property as collateral on a loan. Then, if you don't pay your loan, we sell your stuff. Sure, I get that. It works for people who couldn't get loans otherwise, I guess. Now, Hardin has this new idea. He calls it a payday advance. But it's just a short-term, unsecured loan with a wicked interest rate. I'm talking about money now, and I don't really get money. There's no filtering. Most who borrow can't keep up. I pay my bills, and that's all I know. With big returns on paper, and he can sell those debts to a bank. Huh. Who's borrowing like that? Who do you think? When Joe put me in charge of it? The only dark-skinned clerk in the whole shop? Oof. You think so? I know it. Don't you see? I look just like you. You can trust me. But Joe knows they won't pay on time. There's no money in lending, but there's money in usury? I don't know that word. That's in the Bible. Won't be his shill. I just have to save a bit more and then go to California. I'll be a real clerk at a credit union or something. Something ethical. I just have to get rid of these old parasites first. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Well, my tab is in. Good shape, I think. You're behind, too. Not as bad as the Slades, but... Well, Harry, the only thing I owe you is a handshake and this whiskey you're about to pour me. Let's say this one's on me, Pearl. Nah, I'm good for it. For today, let's just say it's on me. You're awfully strict about cash for a guy who just got back from a vacation. Drink up, Evelyn. This is so long. Maybe you'd better find some other chair to sink into so your debts don't get reckoned out from under you. I'm out for a bit. I'll be back later to disappoint a couple of old deadbeats. I'll stay for the entertainment. I won't throw you out. But just remember what I said. Oh, thank goodness. I couldn't stop that. I can't whistle at all? Yes, I cannot whistle. Well, I can try to whistle. It's like I can like half whistle, but it's not like a full whistle. Payday loans should be illegal. High interest loans should be illegal. Hi. Thank you for the hot take, Proto. How are you doing? I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what a payday loan is. High interest loans, I do agree with. This feels like the drawn-on organ music. Yeah, well, even like worse than the drawn-on organ music. That's better than most people who can't whistle, is it? Ouch. I didn't feel like that. I'll turn this light down so I don't get all washed out on my camera. They're predatory. I feel like, I don't know. I pay my credit card bill off every month, so I don't like draw interest from that. So the two things I have interest on right now are my car and my student loans. And I feel like even though those two loans were like very necessary, I always like when I signed my name on the line to like officially get that money released to me and get my like officially buy my car, I felt like I was signing my life away. And maybe that's just me being dramatic, but I don't like being in debt at all. But it is kind of necessary because I don't have enough money to pay when I had to pay my school tuition, and I don't have enough money to just pay my car in cash. Take advantage of people hard on their luck makes it impossible to climb out of debt. Yeah, once I feel like I've heard a lot of stories about once people are like pretty far into debt, they just keep going into debt. You're doing well to pay your credit card each month? Yeah, I don't spend money I don't have, so I always pay my credit card off each month because I'm paranoid about paying that interest. It's tough. I hate it too. Only loan we have now is home, but that's a big one. Yeah. I've never owned a home. I've always only rented the places I've lived in. But I used to work for my mom as like my mom works in real estate, and I used to help my mom with some of her paperwork, and you see people like the loans people take out are for like 30 years, and I'm like, excuse me? 30 years to like pay a house off? And I mean, most people don't stay in their houses for 30 years, I feel like, but that's just so much time. Yeah, I only do 15 years. Yeah, I don't know how all those payments work out, but that's just so long to be indebted to like a bank. It's wild. Okay. What are we doing? Are these people in the play? Are we supposed to be listening to them? And you end up paying twice that in debt? It is the brick sandwich. Oh my gosh. Interest, yeah. You pay a lot more because of the interest when you pay for longer. What is with this brick sandwich? I don't even know what these people are talking about. I just spent that whole thing reading that conversation about pawn shops and money, and I couldn't like stop. This is all just progressing on its own, and I don't know if I want to read it. But I will. The Slade women are all getting promoted. I guess they just put her on another shift. What's the morning shift like at a pawn shop? Do you think? Can I like go over here, and does it like pause that way? Are these characters you're supposed to care about? I have no idea. We just started this act of the game, and it just put us into a first person facing those people at the bar, and I don't know who they are, or if I should care about them. So your guess is as good as mine. Black coffee and desperation. Let's celebrate. Harry, another round. We're celebrating 2 promotions in the family. Okay, that was not as long as the other one, which is good. This brick sandwich, though, is so funny to me. Like, the whole game so far has been pretty surreal. Like, things appear and disappear in ways they shouldn't, and we're kind of traveling between, like, dimensions and stuff like that. But this is just, like, so, like, comically absurd. I love it. Like, it makes me, it's kind of lightens the mood a little bit. And I hope I see this brick sandwich throughout the whole game. You want one for your desk? I'll send you one in the mail. It's like one of those inside jokes that someone keeps repeating. Yeah, those kind of like Easter eggs or something like that. Are we supposed to go back here? Ugh. Talk to Pearl today? Is that it? Not gonna keep going? Oh, we're supposed to go back and forth. She worked all day. She was here earlier, looking for you two. She'll be back. Why don't you just pace yourselves until you talk to her? We're celebrating. Pace yourselves or pay your bill. Why are you so stuck on a bill all of a sudden? Are you sunstruck? What does that mean? Like the pineapple in every episode of Psych? Is there a pineapple in every episode of Psych? I haven't seen Psych in almost 10 years. I loved that show, though. I didn't know there was a pineapple in every episode of Psych. That's kind of fun. Why a pineapple? I don't think do I actually remember any part of that show? I just loved Gus. Gus was the best character in that show for me. I loved him so much. Sure. You know, it's twice as bright when you got the ocean and the pool both reflecting at you. Evelyn? It is such a great show. I should rewatch it, but I don't... Is it on anything anymore? It's not on Netflix. Hulu, maybe? Any other subscription I can find it on? Amazon? I don't have Amazon Prime, though. Yeah, 100% Gus. He carried that show. You catch sight of any alligators? Sure. It was gators everywhere. A swamp. Big sandy swamp. With a pool and a hostess. What's that? Set him up, Harry. Junebug will be here any minute. And we want to be receptive. All right. But I keep track. There will be a reckoning. You folks hear about the reckoning? I think she's getting a little drunk. Never seen it? Guess I should watch it. If you're into like crime shows, but also make it a comedy, I think it's for you. I don't usually like crime shows, but because the show didn't take itself too seriously, I liked it. Crime shows like Criminal Minds or Bones or probably NCIS. I've never seen that one, but other crime shows, they kind of freak me out because I feel like those things are gonna like happen to me, which is why I don't like fictional crime dramas or like true crime. I thought Netflix, but maybe not. Oh, Peacock. Yeah. Prime 2. Maybe I will ask my brother to let me use his Prime login. Yeah, I definitely think it's more of a comedy than an actual like crime show. It's super fun. First I've heard. What's up, Harry? Short on your bills? Yeah, Pearl just gave us quite a predicament. That's an ignorant thing to say. Been doing my books for 10 years. Keeping this place alive all on my own. Ever since Bess. I ought to just let you run that tab up until I feel so, drink yourselves underground. I feel so weird because I can't like progress the text on my own, but it's like segmented in a way where I'm like stopping like partway through each sentence. Now, he didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Yeah, Harry. You know I'm only joking. Sure, I know. I know you're joking. All right. Let's drink. You good, Evelyn? I better slow down. Hard Times whiskey comes on strong. Don't want to end up like that boiled owl in the corner. I can't tell anymore. I hear they have some secret ingredients. Or a secret process or something. Something in the wood they age it in. Yeah, something strange in that wood. Drink up, Larry. Don't call me Larry. Sounds like I'm an old man. All right, Silver Fox. Ooh, I like that one. Now you, I'll let it slide. Another? Well, I don't get paid until Friday. I haven't seen Pearl all day. She can pick it up when she comes back. Oh, are these Pearl's parents? The ones she said that she's going to stop paying their tab off. Ooh. Uh-oh. Don't count on it. It is coming full circle. What the hell kind of thing to say is that? Our own daughter. Now I care slightly more, yes. Now the drama has come into fruition. Generosities have limits. Dun dun dun. I don't know what she said, but the Slades are good for it. This family takes care of our own. Sure, we'll get it. Strained out when she comes back. Better get here soon, or she'll miss the entertainment. Shouldn't Junebug be here now, Harry? Yep. That's what you get for working with artists. Oh, come on now. Good entertainment, but it's always late. This is pretty late, though. We'll stick around. We're celebrating. Sure. Yeah, not expecting a late night sentimental call. And if he does, let it ring. The philanderer. Last drink, Evelyn? One more, Harry. I just want to hear some music. Poor Evelyn. Well, she'd better show up soon. Hello? Oh. Oh, poor Evelyn's drunk. I never heard it. It's a love song. It's a Valentine. Sure. Ever been in love? Nope. Me neither. Well, there's Ted. Son of a bitch. Evelyn. You love Ted, right? He's a son of a bitch. Out on the road. Selling hammers and hammering shop girls. Evelyn. Oh no. You know he isn't. Well, I wish he would. You don't mean that. Sure. I don't mean that. He's a son of a bitch. But you have to stick by your family. Yeah, she's drunk. Sometimes, if it kills you. Do you? Why? You just have to. Why? I love this song. What if they're better off without us? My folks could get better with money. Ted could, I don't know, meet someone new. He wouldn't. He's a good man. Would you? Ugh. All I want is to be free of parasites. Keep my own money, pay my own debts. Don't be a fool. Buy me a drink. What do you want? I want to run a hardware store with my dear husband, Evelyn. I want a whiskey. That's all you want? And a love song. Probably sells screws too, the jerk. Truth. She could have said, sure. Pearl, you could have said something. I shouldn't have to say anything, Dad. Letting us just sit and soak up a debt? We're celebrating. Pearl, it's supposed to be a celebration. Don't you know the news? Larry, drop it. So celebrate. I'm not stopping you, but I'm not paying for it. Your mother's going to be a manager. So put a manager's salary on that tab. It's not... Sure, they said she's management material. What kind of material are you, Pearl? Maybe. He said maybe. I'm made of sweat and blood and beer. Just like you raised me. That's a damn strange thing to say. Sure, my hands are cut up, but you're a loan clerk. And your mother is a manager. At a supermarket. Damn it, Lawrence. It's not settled. Not settled? O'Neill just handed you a promotion. Why can't you celebrate? Rosa, what did he say to you? Remember what he said to you? He said, didn't he? He said, maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Maybe eventually. Management material. Keep your chin up. Aw, maybe eventually. Sooner or later. Keep your chin up. How's that, Dad? Enough. You can still settle. It'll just take longer. I should look again. Just sit with me. Larry. Let's just wait for the music. Get away from the awfulness. Sure. We can celebrate. Sure. Slave women are moving up. Eventually. Oh, that's sad. Rosa, you deserve all the promotions. She's this late, she's not coming. Where's Junebug? Where's the entertainment? I said, if she's this late, she always shows up. I've got nothing better to do. You gotta settle up first. Don't be a fool. Watch it. I'll buy you a drink. How about a water, Evelyn, and maybe call it a night? What time is it? I love this song. It's relaxing. Like the sun by the pool on a beach full of gators. God damn it, Evelyn. Harry, your language. What would Bess think? Good Christian woman. God damn it, who cares if I did or didn't go to New Orleans? She didn't mean anything by it. Maybe I just sat here, alone in the dark. Would you like that, Evelyn? That what you want to hear? Watching nature programs in the dark. Just me and the deer, and the gators, and the goddamn dinosaurs. It was Harry's Ark, Evelyn, 2 by 2. Out of the flood and into the poorhouse. She's just drunk. All on my dime. Where there's gonna be a reckoning. All of you. Harry just wants his money. Just stick around and you'll see. What are you talking about, Harry? What reckoning? I want to hear another love song. Where's Junebug? I hope she never shows up. I can't pay her. The money's run out. What's that? It's gone. The money's all gone. I let you sponges soak up so many free drinks now I can't even stock the whiskey without striking a deal. No more whiskey? Harry? What kind of deal? It doesn't matter. For never being in love, she sure likes love songs. I mean, I don't know if you have to be in love to like a love song, you know? I feel like most people like a good love song, even if they haven't been in love. Can't blame us. Harry, we're just a little short from time to time. Sure. Just leave, Pearl. Just trust me. Okay, I'm leaving. Are you sure? I'm sure. You don't deserve this. All I want is a love song and a whiskey. You'll have plenty of time for whiskey. I just want to be left alone. That man is like a straitjacket. I know, Evelyn. If only he'd meet some tall young thing on the road. I know. 11 years. Behind a supermarket till. Keep your chin up. Oh, that's what the guy said to her. Rosa, eventually. Maybe eventually. Now you should all clear out. Where would we go? Just let us wait. Let us wait for Junebug. We're good for it. We just want to have a few drinks, see the entertainment, then we'll go home. You don't understand. Sure. We know you're struggling. We're all struggling. Harry, you said you have a deal, right? God damn it, you don't understand me. Harry, your language. What's to understand? We'll settle our debt soon. Rose is in line for this promotion. All they want is debt. They feed on it. They put it in the whiskey. What? What the hell are you saying? He'll be here soon. The boy from Hard Times. Oh, this kind of took a turn. There'll be a reckoning. Harry, our debt's not to the distillery. They put debt in the whiskey. That's what he said. It is now. I traded it. I sold it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh my. I was not expecting that. Wow, okay. That literally kind of scared me a little bit. Yep, those debts were definitely collected by the glowing skeleton. I feel bad for all those people. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break and refill my water. I will be right back. I also advise that you take a little stretch. Maybe get some water yourselves. I don't know. Do your thing. I'll be right back. Okay, I've returned. I got my water refilled. Closed the blinds in the house because it is now dark outside. I gave Iggy a pet. No whiskey, no. I don't drink. Well, one, I don't drink, and two, I don't drink anything interesting anyway besides water. I don't know. I'm not. Water does the trick for me. So I never really want to drink anything else. Plus, I mean, I don't know if I can trust whiskey after watching that scene unfold anyway, so I don't want some glowing skeleton to come collect my debts. Okay. Let's start Act 3. Oh, come back. Oh, bright. Hello. Look at my face. I'm all washed out now. Who are these people? Is that better? 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's going to get up to about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville. And 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols. Ha 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 ha. Yikes, that is hot. Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit, so if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Ha ha ha. Sugar? Oh, it's Lisette in Conway. Just a little. I forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. Those old horses of Ira's used to keep me up. Thought they were having bad dreams, I remember. Ira wouldn't hear it. They're just horses. Those horses were troubled. Brownie got sick every morning in the stable. That's right. Charlie loved those horses. He'd sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. You know what I just realized? That place Harry got the whiskey from was called Hard Times Whiskey, and they put debt in the whiskey, the barrels of whiskey, and the people who drank it paid for it with their own debt, which was that reckoning. That's kind of weird and creepy. Oh. Should have not trusted it. I mean, right off the bat from the name. That's right. Charlie loved those horses. He'd sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. He was so careful here. Or our roof was just in better shape than the one he fell from. Ouch. Oh gosh. Charlie was alone on that roof. I guess he was. He was so bright. His teacher said, what was the word? Imaginative. That's it. How could I forget? It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's a tragedy. Sure. Well, We have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. Long drive? What makes you think so? They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last. I guess it will be. The last act of Lisette's Antiques. Oh, what's the word? Finale. Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. Or I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. Seems inevitable. There will start to be words that I lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Is she, sounds like she's starting to develop a little bit of Alzheimer's, maybe? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh. I thought we could look at them together. That sounds nice. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz, I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes. Brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. Oh. Oh no. Did they have to amputate his leg? But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they only want to bill for. Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... I was dreaming. That's unlikely. Neuropnol TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? The debt was his leg? I don't know, maybe. Well, like, he wasn't in that whole scene with the bar. Like, I didn't know any of those characters, and as far as I know, that was just like a play. It does look like the Hard Time Skeleton a little bit. It is kind of like flickering and glowing a bit, and it is in the shape of like bones. So maybe it connects somehow, but I'm not sure. That's an interesting observation, though. Yeah, guess we'll just have to wait and see. Well, actually, we didn't see him in that scene with the play at the bar and the debt and all that, but we were in first person at that point, so maybe like it was from our perspective and we were him, but I don't know for sure. I guess so. It's been about 2 hours. Feel like I got some rest? Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well? This isn't my leg. Not your... Of course it's your leg. It looks wrong. You replaced it. I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social. Sure, it won't persist in your case. So, it sounds like his leg isn't actually amputated, but he may be perceiving it that way. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the neuropnol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two, regardless. Conway stares remotely at his leg. Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. How long am I going to be recovering? Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Dusty roads? Yeah, dust can be pretty dangerous. If too much accumulates, you can expect some severe shocks. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. Well, now we're talking about as if we're cleaning our replacement leg. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on anymore. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. So, do you have any questions about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. Tell him about the payment plan in the bill. Yeah, that's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill now that Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. That's weird. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid? Imagine paying for your medical bills through your power company. No, thank you. Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the neuropnol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. Let's go fly on the big bird again. Act 3, Scene 1. Hi, PW. How are you this evening? Good. How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, but that's like normal. I'm always tired, and I'm having a fantastic time with this game. I'm loving it. It is so weird, but also so cool. And I love the vibe. I had a fun time calling the number. Oh, I don't know if I can pull it up right now. Is this it? Yeah. I had a fun time calling up this number on the back of the pamphlet on my phone. That was a fun time. It was very weird, but I loved it. Oops. Blue, talk to me. Get some rest back there. I don't feel much rested myself. But I'm tired most of the time these days. That is the truest thing you have ever said, Conway. How are the drugs treating you? I feel a little distracted. You're probably pretty tired too. I usually feel more tired after a late night nap. Hey, you ever take anything for that? Caffeine pills or... take anything for like feeling tired? Is that what she means? Never. Well, it's common in your line of work, right? The company store had some pills the miners used to stay awake. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested. And we learned to just sit, and we learned to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another miner, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Ever run into any problems? Sure, yeah. Stuff would be expired or mislabeled. Mom was allergic to penicillin, as it turned out. That was scary. And one time, in high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions, mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once. And you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Sounds dangerous. Yeah, they seemed pretty harmless at first. I guess that's why I kept going with it. One day I was sitting on my bed. My notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remembered this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision. I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny moment. My mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image and that sound. The cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing. Yes, bowing. Bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. Bowing? Not sure what it's supposed to be there. I want to say bowing, though. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with 1,000-yard stare. Whoa. Cool. It's quite the story. Let's get out of here. I don't even know where we're supposed to go now. Okay, perfect. Let's talk about it. The clerk. I don't know. What do you think? Well, we've got to get back on the zero and bring these documents back to the clerk at the bureau. I'm just not sure how to get there. The entrance at the farmhouse was gone. Oh, it's gone? I didn't know it was gone. Let's ask at the gas station if he knows another route. Sure? Okay, worth a shot. They head back into the night. Okay. We just need to go right here. Oh no. The truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. Great. Act 3, Scene 2. A tree. Oh. This looks like quite a mess. Nothing to be done? Just won't start up again. Damn, you had this truck long. Ira bought it used a ways back. I wonder how old it was then. Do you? Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? Just superstitious. Right. Any other quirks I should know about? It is spooky. Seatbelts? Why is that a quirk? Seatbelts. I guess there's always two sides. I don't know what that means. Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Hold on a second. There was an ant on my monitor. I got rid of it. A lone ant. Yep, Lucky Boot Collision and Towing. Here's their card. Lucky Boot. All right, I'll give him a call. Hope I can get a signal out here. Ring, ring. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Aw, that's cute. I love old brick cell phones. They're so quaint. I never owned a large brick cell phone because I am too young for those times. but I am old enough to have owned a like a nice chunky flip phone. I had one of those big brick ones. You weren't missing much. I mean, I didn't think I was, but they are kind of, I don't know. I remember watching, it was some like 90s rom-com. It might have been Clueless. Not sure if it was, but I remember her like talking on her cell phone, and it was like huge and had an antenna, like a long antenna that you had to like extend. I was like, dang, that's styling. You have a Razr or the Nokia Blue phones. I didn't have either of those. I think my first cell phone I ever got, I don't even know the maker of it, but it was a pink flip phone. It had an antenna that you could extend, and I got it for Christmas, and my dad like set the ringtone for it to be Last Christmas, which was so funny. You tell me your first phone and then I'll guess your age. I don't even know like what it was. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. Okay, here's a picture. This is what it looked like. It's Sanyo. That's the maker of it. Let me change my screen over so you can see this. Nope. This was my first phone. This was the speakerphone. It was from Sprint. I did have to text with the numpad, which that was fun, and I kind of hated it. But I don't know, it was cute. I would never like actually buy it again, but that's what it was. So you're 26? Are you able to like pinpoint it that directly? Because I am 26. I don't remember what mine was either. It had a full keyboard though. I did also have one that like slid up sideways, and it did have a full keyboard on it. Like, I'm kind of blown away that you guessed my age that well. Lucky guess. At least you're honest about it. It's okay. That was pretty wild. You would have just like won the lottery there. Take that luck, buy a lotto ticket. Mine was like a cheap Altel phone. I don't even know what Altel is. But I had that pink one through like middle school and early high school, and then I upgraded directly to like an early HTC touchscreen phone that was like this big. It was pretty small, but the touchscreen was like pressure sensitive instead of, you know, like most modern smartphones nowadays. They're like they like conduct the electricity in your body. But and then after that I downgraded to the one that had the slide up keyboard, and then I got my first iPhone. I didn't get like an actual iPhone until I was like almost 20. I was late on that train. Okay. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello. We've got a old, I want to say diesel, old truck just stalled out. Magic. They are magic? What? Wait, what's magic? The iPhone? Oh, how the iPhone works? iPhones are magic. I mean, just smartphones in general are kind of magical, honestly. You can do so much on a smartphone. I'd be irritable. Sure, it's late for me too. Your card says open 23 hours a day. I like that. 23 hours a day. My first touchscreen was the HTC Nexus. Do I know what that looks like? Oh yeah, I think my dad had one of these. But it kind of looks like the next model up from the HTC I had. What was that one called? HTC. It might have just been called like the Touch. Yeah. The one I had was called the HTC Touch. It was cute. And you could put like little games and it had a stylus on it. It was cute. I loved that phone. Oh yeah, no worries, Proto. Well, isn't that convenient? Do you just put that on there for plausible deniability or what? That's okay. Look, we need to get back on the road here, and I'm sure you're busy too. Do I know what maudlin means? Self-pityingly or tearfully sentimental, often through drunkenness. Well, I'm very sorry to interrupt that, but right. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Where are we? We're out off the 65, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it, yeah. Hanging over the power lines just like that. Did you see it go down? Okay, whatever you need to do. How long do you think you'll be? Hello? Cool. I think they're on their way. Guess we'll have some time to kill. Pretty grim place to be stuck. I wonder what happened to the tree, I mean. Maybe it was just old. You know what used to happen to old trees out in the forest? Wildfire would come through and clear them all out, made room for the new trees. But then people built houses, and we can't have fires going all the time, so we keep putting them out. Now we have all these old trees choking out the saplings, starving the young trees for resources, just clinging on to life until snap. And then some road crew comes by and blasts the stump with dynamite. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point just standing around. Can Julian get us out of this? Are you bored? Sure, but I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind either. Let's play a game. I want to play 20 questions. Okay. Ezra looks meaningfully at his shoes. Got it. Okay, guess. Oh. Right. Is it alive? No. Can I see it with my eye? Yes. These are kind of interesting questions for 20 questions. I feel like mine are always like, is it a person? Is it an animal? Is it a celebrity? Not like, can I see it with my eye? Or does it last for more than a day? Can it fit in a bread box? I've never asked that question either. I've also never owned a bread box, but I'm assuming it's about the size of a loaf of bread. Well, we put it together and that takes a while, and then we break it apart right away. No, it doesn't last more than a day. Not the way it really is. It's kind of interesting answer. That was always a question in your family? I guess, like, the people you play with, you always get in the habit of asking the same questions. I used to have this little, like, it almost looked like a Tamagotchi. It had a tiny little, like, banner screen, and it was just like a 20 questions game. It had the buttons for like yes, no, maybe, and it would always ask questions, and I think that's how I learned to play 20 questions, and I think I got most of the questions I typically ask out of there. Is it bigger than a dog? No, a dog is bigger, except for one of those really little dogs, or a puppy, I guess. Does a puppy count as a dog? That wasn't 20 questions. Yeah, I get a few more. I wasn't counting, but I'm pretty sure that was 20. I mean, we can count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 questions. Come on, Ezra. Nowhere near 20. Is it a nest? Yeah, a pretty small nest, like made for a small bird. It's empty and it's nighttime and it just rained. It fell out of the tree and now we're putting it back together. And then we'll take it apart again. I was all ready for those questions. Blue. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? Do you get bored late at night? I don't. I like it better when everyone else is asleep. How's it looking? The leads are badly corroded, but I'm making progress. That's what I like about working on electronics. It gets easier as you go on. Or you just get used to it. Almost there. Just gonna walk around a little bit, maybe? Oh, okay. Where are we staying tonight? Oh, it's Junebug. I'll figure something out. Yeah, I know you will. Maybe it'd be nice to stay outside one of these nights. Power down just enough to rest, but keep an eye on the stars. Be there when the birds wake up. I know, that looks pretty sweet and fun. I want to be this guy. I want to sit in the sidecar. I mean, the bike's cool, but this looks more fun to me. Sounds romantic. I'm a real romantic. Lucky me. How far out are we? Are we there yet? Oh, stop. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. Wait. We haven't met these people yet in the game, but Junebug was referenced in that scene of the play. But this obviously isn't a play. So maybe that was reality? But then there was an audience, and then people in the audience were talking about director's notes about the play and stuff, and there was lights shining on the stage of the people who were talking. So it's just I guess a very intense example of breaking the fourth wall. That's what I'm gonna chalk it up to. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. Can you turn the radio up? Hey, yeah, didn't you play this play on this record? This is Dee Dee's record. Yeah, Dee Dee. That guy is out of control. We should do a set with him. He's a creep. Yeah. That creep can play, though. What time is it? It's late. Harry's gonna flip out. That old man was born flipped. I just hope we can scrape up some tips. Hard enough when you get there on time. Harry is the bartender, yes. I'll make sure Harry pays up. I have a way with him. Is Harry gonna be able to pay up is the question. Is anyone gonna even be at the bar because the reckoning happened? Yeah, Junebug was the musician that was supposed to play that everyone was waiting for, but never showed up. Yeah, they'll just all be skeletons. Also, I just want to say I think the name Junebug is very cute. I hate Junebugs in real life. They are almost the worst, but I think it's a cute nickname, or a stage name, I guess, in this case. I think they had a dog. I guess you could call it that. Just some old dog bones with fur draped over it. Poor thing. We still have all this useless bread from the bakery gig. It's stale, but the dog won't care. Yes, give Blue some treats. Fine, just for a minute to share some bread. You're the best. And hey, maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try to bilk us on our fee. Was that him? Who? Lucky, Oh, the tow company? No. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by something. Maybe they just have somewhere important to be. Definitely getting chased by something. What was that sound? Stay here. Careful, he's wicked with strangers. Ha, you. You didn't have to stop. We've got a tow coming. Hear that, Cricket? We didn't have to stop. Oh, why'd we stop? That's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So... Oh, sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? You seem nice enough. What do you think, Cricket? Our generosity is unmistakable, ma'am. It radiates. It does radiate. Now, here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? Liz, of course you do. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. Well, we're waiting for a tow. A tow. I won't hear about it. This time of night, you'll be kicking your heels till dawn. We'll fix your truck up. Me and Johnny are a couple of regular gearheads. Why, I just put a new cylinder block in this baby over here. Ooh, what should we name the bike? I like this one. The Weird Vector. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Weird Vector because the front wheel's a little loose. We'll get you fixed up quick so you can come to the gig. See, we have a regular booking tonight, and well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have 1 song prepared. That is a very short set. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. Oh, of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old lady? I think I've got a crust in the sidecar here. But that dog of yours is such a pitiful sight. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by Old Charlie Moran Highway, just east off the 65. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. I feel like this dialogue was written by people that speak English as a second language or something. Really? Like a crust of bread? You never heard of a crust? Yeah, but in general, the dialogue? Oh, I don't. That's interesting. I don't personally get that impression. I wonder if, like, the way I'm reading it could have something to do with it, maybe. Maybe it sounds different, like, spoken out loud than just read like that. It could be that the characters just talk like that. It is a little old-timey. I haven't gotten that impression personally. Maybe I'm just not focused on it as much as y'all are. But that's an interesting observation. I'm gonna pay attention a little bit more now. See if I can pick it out too. Okay. Lower depths. Over by Charlie Moran Highway, just east off the 65. Take a right off the 65 around the petting zoo. So east. So let's just keep going this way. There's the burning tree. Petting zoo. I want to look at it. The petting zoo is closed. Cool. Act 3, Scene 3. There are only 5 acts in this game, so we're getting through it. The lower depths. What is that sound? It sounds like a weird wheezing sound. They're serving hard times. I know we know this is like the whiskey, but also it's kind of funny. It is the truck engine, so they like kind of barely fixed it. It's kind of just barely surviving, I guess. But it literally sounds like a dying animal to me. Doesn't feel right. Feels dead here. Or like something once died anyway. Oh. Kind of late. Are you sure they're open? Sure, they're open. This is one of those places. Let's head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said it? A poet. Get some music. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. What kind of music do you play? It's like Serrano Cole? Serrano? Cole meets Ike Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. I don't know if these are real people, but if they are, I have no idea who they are and what kind of music they make. And I'm not sure what whisper wave is, but it sounds cool. A little bit more reverb. There's some Dolly Crown in there too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming, though. You and me both, Conway. Well, you'll hear it in a minute. Is it another brick sandwich? There it is, folks. Our classic brick sandwich has made yet another appearance. A rough brick between two pieces of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. Yeah, sounds so delicious. Need the recipe. Goggles? A bulky set of black goggles sit on the edge of the table next to an ashtray, a newspaper, and a few empty glasses. Who do you think that belongs to? Whoever they are, they're gone now. Must have been pretty tanked to leave behind. This thing looks expensive. Let's talk to Harry. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey. Trust me, Conway, you don't want any of that whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Going towards the exit. Say, shut the GD door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Yeah, don't drink it. We know things. Just trust us, Conway. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night just waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everybody had to clear out. Let's get it set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... You brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also Don't you want to hear some music, Harry? That does sound nice after the day I've had, but Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. Aw, that's cute. Let's go, Junebug. Wow us. How's it looking out there? How y'all feeling tonight? Can we get more reverb in the monitors? Harry adjusts the soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test 1 1 1 3 50. Lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Anybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad. We'll try not to make it too much worse. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago on an open mic night. Me and Johnny were just out riding around, you know. You like to drive around, old man? That, of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade, weeds in the parking lot, taps all dry, bats in the bar room, and run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. I love Junebug's sense of humor. So snarky. Hey now. So we stopped for an early drink and there was a lady singing right here on stage. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey, and we just hoped to do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. This is your love song, Evelyn. Come back. Poor Evelyn, yeah. Oh, this song's really taken us to another place. I love his little, do they call it a keytar? A keyboard guitar? When you left me, I never should have met you. I wish we'd met before. Oh, I'm supposed to select it. I thought it was just going to advance. Oh, I see. I see. um, I can play this game. Yeah. At least I wasn't the only one. It's like karaoke though. Anyone want to sing along? Whistle along. Maybe you can. I'll be just like doing my little half whistle. I really love her dress though. I want that dress. I'd wear it. Yeah, Evelyn definitely needs this song. Too bad she's not here. Man, I want this song. I want this song on my Spotify playlist. Really, I like it. Oh, it's ending. Love it. Encore. Encore, Junebug. Well, hoped you liked it. Where's the option that says I love it? Do it again. I've heard it before. I don't doubt that. You look like you've spent an evening or two in a grimy old tavern. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We've just got to get our fee from Harry, and then we'll get you headed to the zero. Wow, I really want that sound to stop. Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'd say the crowd was into it. Reverential. I mean, I definitely was. Wrapped. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the... Damn it, I was trying to tell you too. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but a GDIOU from the distillery. An IOU. Yeah, I traded them some people's debts. I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credit, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. You have no idea. I had to. Gotta keep this place open somehow, goddammit. Watch your language, Harry. Say, we just need to get pointed toward the zero. Oh, God. What's that? You know what they're talking about? Tell you what, you point my friends and I to the zero and we'll call it even. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear... People hear things. Rumors. Do you know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay. Sounds like the zero's your only course now. Harry, you're all right. If only. Got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you gotta do. Take a left out of the parking lot, then just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar, familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like, I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. It's even stranger for being so close to familiar. It's that uncanny valley. Something like that. You know it when you'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for, eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Well, this is a different way of getting on the zero. Anything else, Ezra? Like the diamond place, then turn around? The diamond place? The diamond place. What do you mean by the diamond place? I'm not sure if I know what you mean. Return to the zero. When you went through the tunnel until you found the diamond, then turn back. Oh, yeah. Except we're not, like, driving anymore. We're just, and well, we are driving, but we're dependent on the radio, not like the landmark. But yeah, it is a similar kind of concept, just a different method. Wait, that's familiar but strange. Drive for a while, I guess in any direction. They do like to repeat the same concepts. So it ties it all together, you know? Okay, we can change AM, FM. Strange familiarity. This station doesn't quite match the bartender's description. Definitely weird though. Let's keep scanning. He said we know it when we heard it. Yeah, this is weird, but not what I'm looking for. Nope. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like horses. Horses running? A race? Charlie and I used to go to the races sometimes. Charlie, he was your boss's kid, right? The one who... yeah, must be some memories there. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we should just drive until it cuts out? Okay. Guess we're driving. Oh. Oh. Wait, now we're here? I'm a little confused now. Should I have the radio on? I guess we're already on the 0. So I guess I just need to drive until I find the bureau again? Maybe? No, you're fine. These are all the same things. Maybe I'm supposed to go there? If I go the opposite direction, do I get anything different? What is this? This option just came up, but I don't know what it is. Sure? Did I screw things up? No? Okay. I'm just gonna go here. Oh, now it's not there. Okay. I guess we're going here. Act 3, Scene 4. I think I'm getting close to ending for the night. I don't know when the next scene will come up, but I don't know. I'll give it like 15-20 minutes, and if we haven't hit the next scene by then, I will probably end. More phone tree instead. I don't know. Not tonight. No. I'll just keep going this way. What do you suppose happened here? Just old and rotted, maybe? Old and rotted, like us, Blue. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Time to cut him loose, ma'am? Well, now I'm having fun. Ha, okay. Slow night anyway. What is this place? A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Okay. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. Ooh, calcified rag. Sounds like it needs a wash. A really deep wash. Okay. Brought the kid with, yeah, he's right here. Ezra. Though he kind of seems to just do whatever he wants on his own. Like, he's just flying on that huge bird. I don't know if he has, like, parents. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Let's look at the fire. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily up in the center of the chamber. Amy? Do we know an Amy? Not sure we know an Amy. But let's go talk to Amy. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart while really, you're in love with the young woman as well, and so you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. I'm into it. Well, maybe I still have the knack. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Ooh, real hot bodice-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. Dang. Not sure you should be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. But of course it couldn't last. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. Bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. Okay. If I remember correctly, Amy and Donald, we heard their voices in the art exhibit on those tapes. Lula was the primary person speaking on those tapes, but we did hear some dialogue from Donald and Amy, as well as mentions of them in those tapes. So I think these are the same people. Because they were doing something with like science in the caves as well. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at other people around the fire. Who's this old man? Donald puffs. Oh, it's Donald. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you've caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth, something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love, a lovely home, did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to me, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is... What were we talking about? We're a bit lost, actually. Ah, you came from the road. The zero. No, you should stay off that road. Not safe. Bizarre topology. You'll never get anywhere. It just brings you right back here. Back to this cave? Always back to this spot. It's a prison. An irrational prison. But I don't mind. Not anymore. This is where my life's work is. The computer, right on the other side of the spire. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot, or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me, and that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? No, I mean I don't. Maybe Shannon does. Sounds like it was short circuit. Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in a non-linear, chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through a simple application of classical horticulture, but we can't produce specific results, only tendencies. We're getting more sciencey over here. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. But we are mere gardeners in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels. Boundless and bare, the caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? You were about to tell us about the software. Oh, the software. My life's work, Xanadu. You've heard of it? Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. That's a lot of big words. Evolved and then deteriorated. Donald sighs dramatically and takes a puff from his pipe. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something wholly and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? I like June Bugs is just, not really. I drive deliveries for a small antique shop, and we're closing down. Shuffling around the dusty ghosts of antiquity. Junebug is quite the character. I am really loving her so far, too. I think she has a really fun personality. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious dusty machine. Take a look if you like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. Wait, who's Andrew? Xanadu's over here. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? Kinda spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for baby. I think we'd all agree that's a fair assessment. How could... Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? No, how do you know it's spooky? Or would be spooky for a baby? The shadows. Sure, that's... But they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be. Their projections, or maybe their anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now? Surrounded by creeping anatomies? Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. Okay. I can do it from memory. Oh, our eyes are closed. Good. Now, you're standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. Sorry to disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing, someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer, and I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. You okay, Andrew? I'm gonna go look at Xanadu real quick. And then I'll probably call it a night. Oh, Roberta. The kingdom is in peril. Roberta laughs. Well, what else is new? Where's the kingdom? You're in the throne room? These are three legendary treasures hidden, there are three legendary treasures hidden throughout the castle that will restore these ruins to their former glory. What do they look like? She's messing with you, kid. Roberta laughs. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic mirror that prevents the future? Okay. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into senescence. I'm looking that word up. Hold on. Senescence. The condition or process of deterioration with age. Senescence. I'm learning new words. Look at that. The kingdom is in peril. Where did Xanadu go? Oh, over here. Yeah. No problem. I got you. I've never heard that word in my life. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Yep, word of the day. I love a good word of the day. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around. Oh, it has a run key. What's a run key? Is it like an old computer thing that I am too young to know about? Oh, cool. Nice. Just on time. We're in Xanadu now. This will be fun to pick back up. Oh, we're gonna look at this old computer. Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna end there. We got through probably at least 1.5 acts. It's pretty good. We're almost at least halfway, I think. There's only 5 acts. So, yeah, good stream. Made good progress. Had a good time. This story is still really fun. I'm having a good time. And thanks for hanging out with me. It's always fun to have people chatting. Also, I always like to thank anyone who may be here but isn't chatting. I am a big lurker in a lot of streams, so I feel that, and I appreciate you. So, I'll leave y'all here tonight. No problem. I don't have the confidence to raid, but I'm making that my goal for next week. So I'll probably stream next Monday around the same time, which is around 7 p.m. Central. Maybe a little earlier or later, depending on when I get home from work and how things are going, but somewhere around that time. And maybe then I will raid. Because I do want to do it, just not yet. Not feeling it tonight. So, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I'll see y'all next time, hopefully. And I hope you have a great rest of your night and a good weekend. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday. Good night.